I thought that's what you was doing.
This is how we do it.
There we go.
You
Donna
see,
Swift
you see
Show.
how we shut it down? We shut it down because I thought, oh wow,
And
okay.
this is how we do it on the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. Welcome, welcome. Yes, yes. Oh, let me get out of there. Let me get out of there. Okay, okay. There we go. There we go. What's up, y'all?
Your
Can y'all
mic
see
is
me?
loud. Is
Huh?
it to you, JJ?
Yeah, I had to do the super volume because I'm on my tablet, so maybe I should
Yeah.
turn.
No, her volume on her mic or
Oh, you
something.
trying to say I got a big mouth? Welcome everybody to the Donna Smith Show. I don't have a big mouth. I just, I get loud sometimes. How y'all doing? I'm so happy to see everyone. Oh my God. My panel is here. We have Gareth and Timothy, John. Which one you want me to call you? John, Timothy, Mim,
Just don't.
JJ, Shepherd and Hales. And we here on a Tuesday, y'all. So we get ready to get started. I just want y'all to know anything we talk about today is not meant to offend anyone. We just have grown folk dialogue and topics. Bring it to you with the heat sometimes. Don't tell nobody. Yeah, no, tell everybody. Tell everybody. We want everybody to know. This is what we do.
And don't
Yes,
forget
we
to
want everybody to go to Amazon and Google. There's other places too. My book, Seduction of the Hidden Diva by
She did
Donna
not
Smith.
read it.
Online, y'all, and it's also available on what you call that,
Um,
Kindle type of, if you don't want the paperback, you can get it that way. And I would appreciate it. JJ Shepherd is the one that did my cover, and he did a great job. So I want y'all to know if you're interested in going there, he's good. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get with him soon because I'm writing that other one. So we're gonna have to come up with something really delightful.
I'm
for
ready
that
for
one.
you.
That's
I'm ready
right.
for it. I got the software and everything.
Y'all getting ready with your shots, and then we can go into the situation.
Oh, I have my.
I mean, not your shot. I mean your drink, your water.
oh,
Sorry about that. We ain't at the bar.
I wonder.
Your man drink.
Well, I don't know. JJ got the red cup with the straw. With the straw.
No, he double cupped because it was too flimsy. So he put two together so he can keep a good grip on it.
Wow. And Gareth has the water, H2O. And John, where's yours? No, we can't.
Oh, I see it now. He put it in front of his shirt so we can see it.
What is it? That ain't.
You noticed, JJ.
That ain't no water.
That looks
Huh?
like water to me.
It look like what,
This
JJ?
water right here.
I was saying it looks like water to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Toast to the hostess with the mostest. Click, clank, click, clank, clank, clank. There we go.
Click.
Yes. I'm so happy to be with y'all today. Y'all just don't know we here on a Tuesday with some grown folk talk. Thanks for the toast to the hostess with the mostest, Lady D, aka Donna Smith. Donna Smith, aka Lady D. Y'all know how I like to say it. We're usually here on a Sunday, but today we're here on a Tuesday. I had to get back from LA, which was something else. I had a good time though. I had a good time. It was warm out there too. It was pretty warm, but I'm so glad to be back home. Let me tell y'all something. So right before the show, we was talking about what John's experience at the Geek Squad, and JJ, you was into something. What was you saying?
Oh, it's all good. We were just chit chatting until the show started.
Oh, he was just saying something. He wasn't saying nothing, but he was just saying something. Oh, yeah. Anyway,
talking loud, saying nothing.
Oh yeah, talking loud, saying nothing. You didn't say nothing.
James Brown.
That's right. You guys, we got some current event we're gonna talk about briefly. What about this student loan forgiveness that the president has signed off on? What about that? There's a lot of people that's happy.
I'm so excited because all I owe is around 10 racks. So
they about to clean you up.
Oh yeah, my debt about to be wiped out. I'm about to be good.
But I saw somebody, I had read somewhere it was a couple,
My sisters
they
got
were they
white.
were pissed because last year they paid off like thousands of dollars in loan
My
debt.
sisters got wiped last time.
They and
They
now they're
wiped it
saying,
out.
what?
They
We just
wiped
paid
it
all
out.
that out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're not gonna refund you and let you get this help, right? You already paid it. So some people are a little
Wait. The people paid it off.
no,
So
they
then,
paid it off themselves, the couple. And
okay.
Okay.
this year the president is giving this forgiveness to wipe off our student loan. Now they had
No,
delayed payments
but
on the student loan.
there's a criteria you got to meet for this one.
You just
Mm-hmm.
have to make under 125,000 a year as a single person and
No, but it's still a.
250 as a couple.
But I'm just saying, it's still a criteria you have to meet. The other one they did before when they eliminated, you just had to present your loan,
I don't remember
and
nothing
you
about
had
no
to be.
elimination before,
Yeah,
John.
remember
I know.
they did a loan relief or whatever they call it, student loan
The only thing
relief or
they did is
whatever.
they let you stop
Let me
making
show you.
payments for a period of time. Trust me, I got one. They put
Yeah.
your payments on hold for a certain period of time where they wasn't able to bill me or it affects your credit for the duration of time. Now they're gonna wipe that debt clean if you qualify, where it's not even gonna be there for you to pay it back ever. But it has to be 20,000 or less, right? Can't be over 20,000, and you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
make over a certain amount of money.
See, I'm good. One of the main things that people are upset about is, like you said, they pay off their debt. Some people, I've known people to owe over $60,000 in student loans, for example. So those people are upset because they feel like the amount isn't enough. But for people like me who tried to do some online schooling and I went on ahead and signed for the $5,000 and then I quit school later on,
Yes.
that is accrued. I qualified for this, and it has helped me back in a lot of ways. And so this thing here is that's the only major thing that I have to deal with, and that'll be eliminated. And so I'll be able to move on. I'll be able to move on with my life in major ways. I'll be able to, go get that car payment and pay on that, because I didn't mean to not have that paid. It was just life kept happening where I wasn't in the position. Now I'm in the position to make payments, but I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it out. So I don't have to worry about that.
Of course, because it'll help. They're gonna take. I mean, and then student loan was pretty fierce with attaching stuff to the IRS, to your taxes. If you owed them, you wasn't getting your tax money back. I know people who didn't get I know people who could not register to finish their degree at the college because they owed in student loan. So the college put a hold on your registration and everything until you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff that people have had to go through. And I think it's going to be a blessing for a lot of people. Now, I do feel for those who did scrape and pay off their loans a year or two ago. I understand situations was different. We didn't have this in place, and we did have a forgiveness pause where it gave us all this time. Some people was paying $200 and some dollars a month, $100 and some dollars a month, and plus interest. And so, this is going to really help some people in a lot of ways. So I just wanted to know what you guys thought on that. John, you okay?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I didn't have to do too many loans at all. I did get a loan, and I think they're also focusing on those who had gotten the Pell grants, and stuff like that, and I was able to get that kind of help too. So that's gonna definitely help. I can't tell you what the balance is right now. I'd have to figure that out. But I know I got more in grants and stuff than I did in having to take a loan because I qualified at that time for a lot of that money that you don't have to pay back. But, depending on your situation and what you need for your educational needs, housing or whatever, you know, a lot of times you have to take out more money. And that's where these loans come into place. And mind you, when you qualify, they wiggling it in your face like this. Here you go. Here you go. You know, and you have a year or two, maybe a year or two after you come out of school to start making payments on it. And now a trick, I remember a professor told me, as long as you're taking at least one class,
Yeah.
moving forward, they cannot come after you
And
for your balance.
they can't come at you.
You have to stop going to school entirely. But if you at least take one class a semester to show that you still taking some educational course, they will not start harassing you for collections. Why? You're still a student. You may not be a full-time student, may not even be a part-time student, but you're taking a class or some, find something that you're interested in. You want to learn a little bit more about some computers, take a computer class. You know, take a nutrition class if you want to eat right and lose a few pounds. I mean, there's stuff.
Was that directed to somebody, JJ?
I'm sorry.
Was that a direct? Was that directed
No,
to someone?
I didn't say nothing. Trust me, we all need to get.
She tried to correct. She tried to tell somebody to take a nutritional class.
I need a nutrition class too. You know what? The struggle is real. Just because
So
you have
she
gotten to
was.
a point in your life where you have lost weight, you still the battle is keeping it off. Because the weight don't just magically stay off because you've lost an abundance of weight. That's why some people gain that back and some. You see them bigger than they were before they went on that miraculous weight loss plan, right? It's like, damn, what happened to such and such? They double size swole because they went right back. Their metabolism has shifted. Things had changed.
Well, it was a shortcut.
They went right back to eating a whole turkey leg. When I was in
turkey leg ain't gonna poof.
when I was in Disneyland, they had this place that sold these big old turkey legs. Have y'all ever seen?
Yeah, big smoked turkey legs.
Humongous. And do you know people was eating a whole turkey leg?
But they're not gonna make you all like
My
that.
tummy got to hurt when I thought about it.
You didn't have to
get it. You don't get no bread with it. You don't get no potatoes.
They sell them at the fairs. They sell. It's a lady.
Big old turkey leg.
It's a lady out here who sells them. She sells. She smells smoked turkey legs, barbecue, smoked oxtails, smoked turkey wings, and smoked this young lady. She from the city, and now she posted up out here with her smoker and everything. She got a nice trailer smoker.
I mean, turkey
like,
is
you making me want to come out to the Yay area.
Huh?
You making me want to come out to the Yay area.
Yeah, you go anytime you go to the carnival or the state fair, whatever. They got them big. They $10 big old smoked turkeys, and I get one, and I don't need nothing else that they got at the carnival after that. I just pick on that.
It was a lot of people. They had the corn, they had the turkey, but when I couldn't believe how big, but they looked tender and they was nice, but they was huge. But now to eat a whole one of them, that's I'm scared of you.
No, you put something on the side, but it's something that because it's smoked, you can kind of pick on it all day while you're at the fair. You know what I mean? But just think, you spend $10 on that. It's protein. You know, it's good.
It was $12.99. Thank you.
Oh, okay. They even went up $3. But I mean, it's better than spending $12.99 for an old small thing of nachos and all that other garbage they sell around there. You might well get you a turkey leg.
I agree. I agree. And you know, I just wanted to bring up the struggle is real with, you know, changing. That's why they say it's a lifestyle change when you do, you know, lose weight, because it just don't magically stay off. You know, you have to change some things.
Don't matter.
And I think some people forget that. They get so comfortable and
especially when stuff is magically delicious.
Yeah, everything becomes magically delicious when you get a little smaller. Trust me.
Somebody said,
So,
"Oh, I lost 20 pounds. Let's go celebrate and go gain 25."
and it'll be what you doing for physical activity. Oh well, none.
I'm
Do
doing
you
arm
walk around
lifts.
the neighborhood or no?
I'm lifting these big old turkey legs.
Do you go to the gym? No, I don't like gym. Do
You can have a gym at
you
home.
do some little stuff at home? Nope. My house too little. My apartment too small. I don't do that. I was like, you can't just keep putting all this
I'm the
stuff
type to
in you
move
and not burn
furniture
it off.
around. I got little weights here, and I got a little routine. I got a big screen TV I could dance to. I got all kinds of stuff I could do.
I saw your video the other day on TikTok.
You saw my
you be
TikTok?
doing the most. Somebody saw you. I think we was in LA. Janae's friend Martina pulled up TikTok. She said, "Is that JJ?" When you was doing that little crazy dance.
Mhm.
She said, "Wait a minute, is that?" Then Janaea looked, "That's JJ." She said, "Oh my God." I said, "Yeah, JJ be having some. He be having some little situations sometime on them videos. He just in the moment. He just would do what he want to do. My hat's off, brother. Keep doing
Thank
you.
you.
You don't care. You don't care what they say. Just do you.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?" But they was cracking up. I don't know how you came up. I guess on TikTok they have the rotation of videos that go through or something. And yours had came up.
Scroll them up.
Yeah, yours. They was like, she said, "Is that Martina, right? Janaea best friend, Martina, the little short one. She knew you."
Okay, yeah, she must have knew me, but I don't. I know so many people from back in the day.
Yeah, y'all all was in the same. You know what I'm saying?
We all.
So
in the same
anyway, y'all,
group.
I just wanted to touch on that, the loan forgiveness. We went there with the turkey leg and the weight loss and everything, because John thought I was trying to bust one, but no. I mean,
You throwing shade.
I take all this seriously. I think,
Man,
people trying to gain weight have it just as hard as people trying to lose it. And the thing is, you gonna have to work hard to keep it, off. Even me now, I have to really incorporate. Seem like everything start happening where when I get focused and try to incorporate another workout plan, something happen. Like I'm about to have surgery.
it gets hard when
End of September.
It's hard when you don't incorporate the way you're supposed to eat or a different way of eating into your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it hard. But if you, yeah, so if you don't incorporate this into a lifestyle, then it's going to be a struggle. You're going to battle, and really, it's nothing you can do because you're doing something outside. You haven't incorporated it into your life. And once you do that, it's like, okay, it's into my life, blah, blah, blah. And you have to get things, acknowledge things, get your scale. You have to do things like that to help your knowledge and be aware. Because
I have a scale. I bought a scale to weigh I bought a house scale for me that I weigh myself once a week only. A lot of people try to do every day. Do not weigh yourself every day. Your body shifts, your water weight changes, time of the day. You're supposed to weigh yourself first thing in the morning when you rise and with no clothes on. By the time you go to your doctor at 5 o'clock in the evening for that appointment and you done ate 2 times already that day and you'd obtained fluids on you, you're going to be 10 pounds bigger and want to know what's happening. So, you have to weigh yourself early. Once a week is fine, because you may weigh once a week.
I weigh every day. So
Don't weigh every day.
No, but you got to understand, it lets me know, and I'm losing, and it lets me know. So when I look at a pattern, because you got to look, today's weight is not yesterday's issue. Today's weight is a couple of days before today.
But you may be retaining
You know what I mean?
fluid or something.
So yeah, but still, I like to see how my body's fluctuating.
You may need a bowel movement.
No.
Bowel movement is 5 pounds.
Just
my bowel movement 10 pounds. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna keep it
Lord.
100. If you've been backed up for 3 days,
That's what she
don't
bought the
weigh
pill
yourself.
for.
Because you got 10 pounds of stuff. That ain't you. That's not you. That's not you. Let it come first. Let it come. I'm serious. I ain't trying to be. Look, we
I ain't lie. I know you're right, because I used to take a lot of the players when we you know, they want to weigh in or whatever, and we took go run for a little bit, go take a little run, and then go use the restroom, then come back in and weigh in. You know, and because you need to drop. We need, you need a pound. You need to drop a
You've been
pound to make
sweating a
weight.
lot.
To make
Sweating
weight.
gets off some of that when they sweating, when they
Yeah,
run.
but not
Because you
as
got
much
them
as that
little
other.
boys. Well, you got them little boys on them little leagues that's borderline. They like 1 or
Who?
2 pounds over.
Who?
Like the little boys that play like the little Crusaders
Oh,
and
but
the little Dynamite.
even then, you have the kids run a little. You have them just run just a little, and then go use the restroom. You get them moving,
Because even the highest, I mean, what kind did you
but not no
you
sweat.
coach high school? Did you coach high school or junior high or what?
Youth, high school, college, semi-pro,
Oh, so you coached big people.
and little. But the whole thing, the concept is the same. The concept is the same. The concept is to get your body moving, and then to try to force a movement. You know, that's why dogs are the way they is. When they say take the dog to eat, once the dog, he'll go walking, but then you'll start seeing the dog like take these little spurts of runs, because he's getting himself ready, or she, and then they're gonna go use the restroom. You know, and so that's the same thing. You kind of jog a little bit, get your
So
body going,
dogs get
and hopefully,
themselves ready before they do the boo boo.
yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they
I've
do.
never heard of such
Dogs
a
will
thing.
run around. Dogs will. That's why
How
you
do a
take them for
dog
a
even
walk.
know he about the bookie? He don't know.
Yeah, he do.
They know.
He feel it like we feel it.
When he get to making
Yes.
all them zigzags, sniffing all over the place, you better put him out the house.
That's another thing I want to ask. A friend of mine that I saw not long ago got a dog. It's a puppy. I don't know, maybe so many months, maybe 6 months or something. But the puppy was sniffing on me a lot. Just wouldn't stop sniffing on me. One of them big dogs, gonna be a big dog. He big for his age, but he kept sniffing on me. What does that mean? Are they trying to just get your scent? You know what, John? Don't.
I don't know. You asked a question. You said with the dog. I don't know. The dog, some dogs, when they smell like other people, whatever, they usually, because that person probably brushed up another dog or someone else who has a dog, and they smell that dog or whatever. Or you can
Because
ask your
females are
perfume.
female dogs.
That's true.
No telling what it is.
He wouldn't stop sniffing me.
He wouldn't.
His little master had to, pop him a few times and say, "Leave her alone. Quit sniffing her." And then he was licking on me and sniffing me.
You see, that could have been the lotion. It had strawberry lotion.
Well, I just wanted to know for you dog lovers, what is going on? Can y'all hear that TV? It could be because you dog lovers who have pets, I just want to know. I don't know the doggy language or what.
I mean, I ain't never talked to the dog and say, "Hey, why y'all smell on women like that?"
Well, ask them. Just ask them.
They had that conversation.
You just may answer you back.
No,
And
me
then
nothing.
yeah, and then I'll have your answer.
They're coming up
bring
with
it.
technology on how to
What'd you
communicate
say,
with
Gareth?
dogs while we joking.
Never mind. Oh, you was about to go there too, huh? Yeah, you better just sit back. I know you and John be trying to piggyback off each other with some craziness. I know. I'm gonna let it ride though. But anyway, grown folks out there, if any of you guys know why dogs sniff people, especially women, please hit the
I mean, we
chat.
can go there and
Hit the
probably
chat and let us know what
we
you
can take a shot in the dark at it, but I don't think it'd be appropriate.
I mean, I can see if a woman is going through her situation. you
He
know,
might smell something else because
if she
they use
if
dogs to
she's
smell
having her
cancer and
female
all kind
thing,
of stuff. So he might smell something internal because they use them to smell out cancer.
dogs.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I've heard
use
of that.
poodles. They use it's a guy I used to when I was standing over in Marin. There's a guy I was going to see. He does like I don't want to say he a chiropractor, but they're like a holistic healing place or whatever. And I went there because I was in a car accident. Someone hit me in the back, and he had them dogs there. And kind of find out he was, I was like, oh, these are nice dogs. We were talking about them. They're these big, tall poodles, and they had the article, everything. So they did a big segment on them and everything on the news and stuff. I think Channel 2 News or something, and these
Okay.
dogs were smelling out cancer in people's bodies.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, they would
That's
sniff
good
them
to
and
know,
they would
actually.
smell the cancer. So they use dogs. And then, so as I'm tripping off them dogs and kind of looking more and more, wanting to become more knowledgeable of this. And they're actually using dogs that sniff humans for different things of
Well, I
that
know,
nature.
like at when you traveling and when you going through customs, they sniff out they
Correct.
they sniff out your marijuana and your
Correct.
dope. So they
Correct.
got some keen noses. Hey, how do they train them dogs to sniff for some dope? That you
They
gotta
smoke
ask
some with
yourself
them.
that.
They smoke some with them first. Blow it in there. Blow it in there.
I mean, come on, be serious. Be serious, John.
No, because they train them.
That's an open question
They
though.
take
I like to
because
know.
because they take the dope that they bust from people and they use it for training. Just like they use it for sitting folks up and everything else. Everything they get, you think they dispose it right away? No. That's why they had that big old disposal. I think it was in Marin County or somewhere. They had a
Yeah.
big old burn. And they announced because they don't want people in the area. It's a big old man. They keep that
Um,
stuff and they come back and they'll sell you your same dope on the street to set you up. The same dope they took from you last year, they'll sell it to you
Oh
this year to
wow.
set you up. Nah,
I
you
would have
don't
loved to have been part of that bonfire. I'm just saying
just
that would have
kick it.
been nice.
Yeah, that big old marijuana
Yeah, I
they
just
burn they
just
did.
yeah,
Shoot.
just a mile away. I don't have to be right in front of it. Just a mile away or something, or half a
What would
mile
you
away.
have done, JJ?
He
I would
got
have
him
just
one
sat
of
there.
them big old
I would have
long
sat there and
things.
meditated. I would have sat there like.
He would have got him one of them big old things that they used to say, "Hurrah, hurrah!" Them cheerleading things, them little big megaphones. And he would have been trying to
I
sniff
don't know
all
why.
the
I don't
stuff.
know why people are moved by such a thing when it comes to the Mary J. Because I mean, I know it makes people feel a certain way. I understand that. But it really gets a movement with people. People actually are into that Mary J, like taking
No,
your
not
next breath.
nowadays. Nowadays, to me, like now, or not now, but over the last few years, it to me it's more of a fad, a trend. Let's put it
hmm
that way. It's become a trend because back in time, like when I was smoking younger and stuff like that, it wasn't no exposing your stuff, being all. It was about, hey, what y'all about? We're gonna go over here. We'll go fish it, go have some smoke, or we'll go kick it and we'll smoke, put it away, and then go do something. Go have a good time. Go to a club. Go. We wouldn't sit around like you watch these guys. They smoke a blunt. They're blunts, and then they're smoking another blunt, and then there's some because the junk is garbage. The weed is garbage,
Why?
and
Because
all.
it don't
And
get you
then
boom
you
boom. It's
got
not
all.
bomb. That we
No,
used to
no, no,
call it
no. It's
bomb.
not. It's not the same when you're rushing the process of growth. Put it that way. I remember when we in biology, we would dope up. We would given these little chicklings, these little ducklings, right?
Shame
And
on you.
we would dope them up with
Shame
hormones,
on you.
right? With hormones. And these goddamn things, these little 3-week things and 2 week things get big, right? They ain't get that big, but they get big. And we would have these duck races. But it's the whole thing
That's
about it
why your
is
bandwidth is
this
going
thing is
crazy because you
no,
talking
that's
some mess.
yours. That's yours. So the thing is It's so big, but it's not right. So how do you take weed that grows naturally at a certain thing, and they people are growing them and processing them in a couple of months, and they got all this flavor stuff, this chemical stuff. I was
Yeah.
showing someone, they were talking about, oh, this is the purple cushion crush or purple grape crush. I don't know what it was. And I was like, all them chemicals, y'all smoke that stuff? Because you can't grow no weed naturally and it tastes like grapes. So the guy, the guy said, let me show you. So I took a lighter and I took his lighter and I said, let me see a piece of it. And I put the lighter up and I'm saying, I'm gonna show you. It starts snap, crackling, and popping. That's chemicals. That's not no
It started
that's not
crackling.
that's not like crackling of foliage, or
I get
whatever
what you're saying.
burning. No, it was as soon as you stuck the lighter to it, it was going. And I see, what the hell is that? This is ready for 4th of July. But that's them
Wow.
chemicals. Them chemicals.
Wow,
So
that's some
it's
deep
a it's,
stuff.
it's a trend right now.
Well,
Everybody like smoking and carrying on. It wasn't
so
this
people
long.
are smoking because they want to be with the trend, with the.
The people on
Well,
TikTok because they want to be with the what?
I think because they just
I
addicted.
mean, no, it's the trend. It's a trend because they didn't smoke like this. Folks didn't.
Because
You
they
didn't.
addicted.
Folks, you didn't. Who was
I think
addicted?
it's appropriate that I'm wearing a green shirt right now while we're talking about this.
The green. No,
You know what, JJ?
a lot of these younger people
Green
and stuff
trees.
like that. The way you can see the way they go about it, the way they do things. I watched this guy. He sat up there. He wanted to roll his thing, his weed. He sat up there rolling, breaking it in his hand. He rolling the thing. He rolling all the. He looking at everybody, looking at. Then he rolled it and want to stick it behind his ear. And he kept checking it behind his ear, looking at it like, oh. Nigga, we supposed to look at you. Wow, you got something behind your ear. I mean, it's like this whole, and I'm not seeing everybody, but you see these youngsters that are like glorifying it in a way, and it's like, dude, just smoke some weed and chill. It ain't all that what y'all doing. And that's why it got so crazy. They had these youngers. I was in Washington, 3 dispensaries. The first couple weeks, 2 dispensaries were robbed, and they were by 14 and 16-year-old kids.
Where was this at?
In Washington. When I was up in Washington.
What they know about that? What they know about trying to rob for some.
I was playing video games at home at 16. Come on now, they out there robbing.
At 14
you might smoke some weed and play some Xbox. You know what I mean? This is what people were doing, or they'll go to the club or watch a movie,
eating up all your mama's snacks from the refrigerator.
But running around and gotta pose it like, look what I got and this and that. Ain't nobody tripping off that.
Well, I hope they get it together because it's not that serious. It's not something
crazy.
To be all up in a fad, but it's just, man, wow.
It's a trend.
Wow. But because it's legalized, I think people are just taking it as they're not looking at it as a drug anymore. They're just looking at it as a recreation.
Who look at it as a drug?
Like smoking a cigarette,
Did we look at it as a drug then? It was recreational.
I looked at it as a drug.
With drugs.
I always looked at it as a drug because it alters you.
What about alcohol?
And it affects your brain. That's why y'all can't remember nothing.
What about
That's
smoking?
why you can't remember nothing.
Who said that?
Marijuana affects a certain part of the brain. Google it.
I'm not saying
that. But there's a lot of things that affect you. But see, let me tell you, the only
they don't remember it all. It affects the brain.
Girl, before Obama, how many presidents we had before that was smoking weed? Look it, the problem is they didn't know how to control it. Once they figured out how to control it, like now, because before the dispensary, thing kicked in, it was years ago. If y'all think back, it was years ago. They tried to figure out a way how they wanted to tax it then, because marijuana was the highest selling crop in the United States. It outsold corn, which is the top selling crop. And when that took place, they tried to figure out then how could they tax marijuana. I forgot which state it was, Oklahoma, Arkansas, one of these states, and they put this law out where they started with this how ignorant folks is. They were known for their hemp growing, because there was a lot of ropes and different things made, and they were
You can
known
make
for
clothes and
that.
furniture and all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff out
well,
of hemp.
this place was known for growing hemp because they provided the fibers for that, for ropes and clothing, all kind of stuff. But then when the CBD started, people started doing the CBD, and then so they were getting this. So the whole state is so stupid. Now they eliminated their whole hemp growth that now is coming into, now it's affecting their economy, because this hemp growing was bringing in a lot into the economy. It wasn't for smoking. It was for, do you know they had a contract? They were like one of the places, one of many, that had a contract that makes these ropes that they give to the United States Navy, that they sell to the Navy. So here you got these folks sitting up here growing this stuff for their livelihood, and then the ignorance of the politicians there or what have you say, oh no, because the CV oil and all this stuff, and they eliminated it all. But marijuana, it wasn't. The thing was, when they was able to say, how can we get some money off of it, and now they see how they can get some money off of it, you think
Yeah.
they care? The government just want to know, how can we get paid too? That's
Wow.
all they want to know. So what
Well,
kind of
I
drug
just
is it?
think,
Because they ain't got no cocaine dispensary. Hello. They ain't got
Not
no
I
yet.
don't
meth.
think there's
They ain't
gonna
got
be a
no meth.
cocaine
They ain't got
dispensary.
no meth dispensary.
Not yet.
you know, but I'm just saying, when we're going to label things as drugs, it's not man-made. It has nothing. I ain't talking about this stuff they had, but it's not man-made. You know what I mean? And it's not altered from its growth. When you get it from its growth, all you do is you trim them little sun leaves and all this kind of stuff. You cure it. You manicure it, let it cure for a little while, and you smoke it. Cocaine, poppies, opioids and all that. There's a process. So when that process takes place, now we're creating a drug. Now we're creating a drug, but there's no extra process when it comes to marijuana. And I'm just saying this. I'm
So do
saying
you
this in
think that makes it
general.
okay because there's no extra process?
I
I mean,
think
do you think that
it's
takes it out of the drug category?
I think it was taken out of the drug category because like I just said, it's grown from the earth, and there's no extra steps or anything that you have to do to get it to where you can find it growing in the wild and smoke it right then and there. You can't do that with anything else.
You can't even do that with tobacco.
Okay, so come on, there's a process with it. So no, I don't think. What I think the problem is the abuse. The abuse comes with anything. There's a lot of things that are good. I mean, they use cocaine in the medical field. So let's be careful about this. That saying things is bad, this is bad. No, it's what you do with it. Because hey, what's wrong with Coca-Cola? Nothing wrong with Coca-Cola. But if I'm drinking a case of Coca-Cola a day, I'm putting in, you know,
I think Coca-Cola got
70,
cocaine in it.
70,
It used
70.
to.
That was
Coca-Cola
the
used to
that
have
was a
cocaine.
long
Coca-Cola
time
has
ago.
cocaine in it.
No, it
It
had
used to.
cocoa leaves. That was what it was used to
Cocoa
process.
leaves is
from the
related to
from the
cocaine.
cocaine, but they didn't put processed cocaine in you got to look at the history of these things, because people say, well, because it derived from something doesn't mean that's what it
Wait, excuse me,
was
Garuff, how
in
many
the state.
Coca-Colas have you had today?
Oh,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
thank you.
okay.
He don't use.
You don't use, you don't drink. That's right, my brother. That's what I'm
But I'm
talking
just
about.
saying, you can abuse anything, but
Yes.
it just right now, like I say, because of the legalization, and now everybody and their mama got their hands on it, you know, and then you got these kids. I mean, when I was a youngster, we was getting it, but we didn't do it like I see these kids now. No respect for the elders, blowing smoke in your elder. You don't even blow smoke in front of people's face who don't smoke. You stand to the side, just like a smoker should do who smokes cigarettes. You know what I mean? But they blow in the face of people and they act like, yeah, look at me, I'm doing, I
Well, you
tell you,
should give it
they
respect
want
and
to
not
punch
blow
him
it
in
in the
the
face.
ear. But that's because it's a trick. Because now you still have your recreational users, your veteran users, if you want to say, But you have these trenders, if that's a word. These people who are caught up in this trend of the marijuana, and them are the ones right there
Right,
that that causes all this stuff to where people are like, is this a mistake? You know,
right.
but it
That's
ain't
interesting.
it's
Yeah.
nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with the weed. There's nothing wrong with weed.
Well, I think everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I will say that
They
it
show
does
us pump. Look at what,
it
I'm
does
sorry.
affect your brain. It
I'm
does.
sorry about that. Oh, it affects us, but what else don't affect your body? Hell, this stuff they giving us now. Shoot, you better watch how you go buy your meat. That's why I don't buy no hot dogs and all that junk. You ain't gonna be putting that junk in my, giving me some junk like
Processed
that.
foods, yes,
Give
it's
me some
no
food.
good.
But anyway, but the thing is this though. Uh, uh, when remember when the AIDS pandemic hit, epidemic, the AIDS epidemic hit, especially in San Francisco hard. Where was they pumping into them AIDS patients? They was pumping marijuana because they were getting so weak and they needed to eat. And they were pumping in that weed in them, and then they started eating. And then a lot of them ended up actually extending their health time, that was given because they started eating and started gaining weight and started becoming more stronger or whatever. So it's not like I say, it's how a person use something. It's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with it directly. Like I say, Coke, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's how you use it. It's
That's
just like,
right.
remember me and you talked about earlier, we talked about words. There's nothing wrong with the word, but it's how you use the word.
It's how you use the word.
So you can
Is
hurt
that right?
people. You can take a word. Remember when we say people can use words and there's no cussing at all,
Oh, look at the kitty.
and
Mm-hmm.
you can hurt a person just with these
Mm-hmm.
words. So yeah, it's what you do, how you do it, you know. And
Yeah,
if you're abusing it and or allowing it to dictate how you're supposed to operate, then you need to look at something and make some adjustments or
yes, you do.
give up
Yes.
something.
I think with anything,
Anything.
anytime it's altering you. So for the weed smokers out there and it's not altering you and you can still think and you haven't lost your memory, keep doing what you do. But I would do some research on it because I don't want to lose my memory. I gotta remember too much.
But not
So
everybody. But you know
I
what?
can't go there.
Be careful with that because it's some
It's
people who
true,
deal.
John.
But wait,
It's
but hold
true.
on. Be careful. If you look at it, they talk about sometimes they talk about the short term. They talk about the burning of cells, but you
I don't
regenerate
care if it's
cells.
the middle
But
term. It's messing with your memory.
yeah, but I'm not saying that it don't. But what don't mess with you? What I'm saying is sometimes folks put the weight on one thing when it's all kind of things that mess with you. It's all about how you deal with
Yeah,
it.
that's just one of many. That's one of many.
Because
You
some
could be
people
in
can
a
smoke some
stressful
weed.
relationship
Some
and get
people can smoke some weed and ain't got no memory issues. Some people step outside their job, smoke a little weed, go back in and knock it out,
people wake up in the
and
morning and smoke it
outperform
before
some
they go
other
to work.
people.
Yeah, some
You
smoke
know,
before they
because
go to work.
you have them functionals. With anything. Liquor mess with your brain.
Yeah.
Tell
And
me
a
it
lot of
don't.
other things too.
It start
What's
telling you.
that?
It's the you got that
Twisted
twisted.
tea. See, JJ, that's why you be twisted doing them videos on what's the
Oh
name?
no,
What's
I
the
be on
video?
vodka. I'm being tame. That was vodka. I be
What is
tame.
twisted tea? Turn that around. Who is that by?
This is the brand. It's Twisted Tea.
It's
Yep.
like it's like what you call them things?
It's like
Wine cooler.
See now
it's like a wine cooler.
they talk about the cigarettes with the flavors, the whistle calling and stuff, and about kids, how the packaging attract kids. That look just like a can that you'll get at Arizona or something. That a kid look at that twisted tea. What that say about liquor? That attract a kid's
Just say that
attention.
it's twisted. Do it
Hold
say
that can
anything
up.
on there that
That
it's an alcoholic beverage on
that
that?
can no, but I'm just saying when you first
It
look at the
says
can,
hard iced tea.
but when you
So
first
what
look
does
at the
hard
can,
mean?
twist it up a little bit where it says peach. No, no, no.
Yeah, it says peach.
The other way, underneath twisted. Yeah. See,
Are
a
you talking about
person,
this?
yeah, a kid see that right away. The first thing they think is that's peach tea
Yeah.
without reading everything else. They think, oh, that's peach tea. And might grab it. Be at the house, be at the family function and think that's
No,
yes, you would. Yes, they would.
because the store
I
owner
didn't.
better not
I
sell it
didn't.
to me.
No, I'm talking about be at a. I said at a family function. Cause check this out. I watched some kids at a family function. They didn't know. They were some little kids. They was eating their little food. You know how they all get up together to go get a soda or something. They went over there. You know what they grabbed? Mike's Hard Lemonade. They didn't know no better. And they was going,
No.
yeah, and the way they found out that they had it, because the little boys didn't got theirs open. The little girl was trying to get hers open, and she went over to her mother or somebody to ask them to open it, and that's how they found out them kids had Mike's Hard Lemonade, whatever.
You got to keep that stuff separate from
Yeah,
the.
you're
but
supposed to
it's
keep the grown up cooler over by the grown ups,
but
and then
that
you
but the
have the.
way that stuff look. Now they make this big thing about secret, like I said, how the packaging look in the little blunt roll up things with the grape flavors and all these colors. You see the commercial, they spread it all out on the table and they say, oh, look at the colors. Ooh, peach flavor, grape flavor. Now we'll look at the same thing with alcohol, do the same thing.
See,
Do
and they
this,
got
look at
No.
that.
this out here.
Yeah. Now, if I didn't know no better and I was gonna go get
Twisted.
me, if I didn't know no better and wasn't doing no reading, I just seen Twisted Tea Peach. I'm gonna grab that sucker thinking I got a peach tea.
That's
Yeah.
only because your memory is blocked right now.
Oh
You're
no,
you're
I
not
don't know what.
receiving.
I just let me tell you something. Don't, no, I didn't know. I just learned what that was. What a twisted tea was. I just learned it. Now this the cool part. I didn't see a little commercial a couple times. And I don't pay attention to no commercials. I barely watch TV
This is the
unless I'm
first time
watching
I've
something
seen that.
recorded.
This is the
And
first
then
time
so
I've
when
seen
I
it.
seen it again, I was like, oh. So I'm saying to myself, God dog, now they
You.
got twisted tea, margarita, Budweiser, margarita thing,
Mm-hmm.
what they call it?
Limerita,
That margarita that but Budweiser
strawberry,
make.
strawberry,
And
my
then
favorite.
and then you got this other
That
thing.
limerita is pretty
The
fierce.
See,
limerita
all
is the
that
one.
junk.
That
The
limerita have you feel right drinking that. If
See,
you
all
drink that
that
whole
limerita
junk
gets you
can,
right.
correct.
you'll be like,
But
what show?
there's
What
there's
show?
a viral video.
Limerita,
The reason why I
limerita,
started drinking
strawberry.
twisted tea. The reason why I started
Huh?
drinking twisted tea was because there's this viral video of this dude in line. He get in the dude's face, and the dude that's standing in line, he holding the can of twisted tea. So he get in the dude's face, and dude smack him with the twisted tea. I was like, I gotta go, give me a twisted tea after
And
seeing that.
Twisted Tea should be signing him up for some
See, he
props
was
because
twisted. He was
he
probably
didn't
already twisted.
advertise. He didn't got them some business.
So
See
he
how it
shouldn't have
goes?
got a dude's face. He got a
Hey,
dude's face,
that's what
got
I'm
slapped
talking
with a
about.
twisted tea.
You know what? Y'all done took me to another dimension. Let's get to our inquiring minds want to know question of the evening.
Did she say
Y'all
y'all?
doing a whole lot. They doing too much. grown folks out there viewing. We sorry. They just went there. They went to the left. They went to the right. Went to the Twisted Teas, the Barry J, all that.
I got JJ down here on the bottom on the left, and I got Garrett over.
But we not trying to offend anyone. We just trying to put the facts, talking some grown folk talk, table talk, putting it out there.
I ain't got no facts.
I got us on the big screen. Let me turn my camera around.
You what?
Right here on the big screen. I don't know if y'all can see.
Oh, but see, that's what I was saying.
It's
Donna,
my birthday. It's my birthday.
You see that view? You see the view, Donna? That's the view I was talking about.
Well, I ain't on the big screen, John. Put it
Oh,
on
you
your
trying
big
to figure
screen.
out? You were trying to figure out how we were situated?
No.
What?
I
That's
was
the view we got right
I was saying the gallery view is nice because I was watching the show with someone. They was like, "Oh man, they like the gallery view because they can see everybody's facial expression."
Yeah, I got
and
it.
everything.
Tell them I got it on gallery tonight. I hope they
Yeah,
watch.
no, I can see it. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I like the view.
view.
That's why I was showing you. I like the view that you got it on.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I like all the
looking nice
but
on
anyway,
here.
I like to switch it up too. Okay. Y'all just doing too much for real. I'm just gonna make everybody happy today. We on gallery. They didn't got on me, grown folks, about the views. So if y'all like this, thumbs up. Thumbs up on the video if you like the gallery view. If you like the other view, let me show you. If you like the speaker view,
no.
Let me know how that go too.
No.
But I think
you wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
Because if you high, you're going to be flashing back and forth.
They want y'all to see all of us. So if we all are kind of making some little faces or something like that.
Like she be doing.
Like, yeah, you can see my reaction to some of the stuff they say. Inquiring minds want to know, ladies and gentlemen, grown folks on the Donna Smith Table Talk Show.
Let me take me a little spin.
On a Tuesday. Here we go. I didn't have a chance to write it down, so I got to read it on my screen here. I bought concert tickets for my girl, and I bought concert tickets for my girl, and I too. Right?
Yeah.
One of the hottest shows around. Last minute, she backs out for some lame excuse such as, I don't have the money, so I'm not going. First of all, I asked her out, so why does she need money? Second of all, she just went out last weekend with her girls and turned up well. She had money then, didn't she? And thirdly, I told her, cool, don't go, and took another female friend of mine.
Wow.
The twister is that her friend ran into me at the concert and spilled the beans. Now it's, I'm a slut, cheater, and a liar. So why all of that? Was I wrong for taking another willing participant who enjoyed my company and who didn't complain about having no money?
This is a tough one.
I hope y'all got all that.
First, you got to know how women. First, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Everybody can say if they want to say. Women have been raised and taught you do not go nowhere without some money, either cab fare to get home or whatever. Because if it goes down and you need to get up out of there, this is what you need to do. Mm-hmm. Boys ain't really been given that. But
well, I think that should be law.
But women are given that. Women are taught by women in their families or women in their life. You do not go nowhere without some money. That's for emergency in case you need to get home. So when she said, I don't want to go because I don't need no money, that's when he should explain you don't need no money. I asked you out. I'm taking care of everything. Matter of fact, slide her $20 and put it in her purse so she can feel like she got something. You know.
He say so. He asked her out. So why would she even assume that she needed money when he was asking her out on the date?
But she's probably been on the date.
Your own money in your purse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That could be one, because she's been known to have her own money. And two, she's probably been on a date before and it got funny about money. Remember the one where the guy left the girl at the restaurant because she didn't
Yes.
want to get down with him?
Yeah.
So then he left her at the restaurant with in the bill and everything. So what you talking
Yeah,
about?
that buzzard, he sure did.
Yeah, so she probably has some experience
Oh, I'm
similar.
sorry for calling him a buzzard. I didn't mean
Oh
to.
yeah,
I
he
didn't mean.
was no,
But I like
because she said
I like that you called him
she
buzzard.
wasn't gonna sleep with him. Yeah, he a
I didn't mean to
buzzard.
do that.
He was
I
But
flying around looking to prey on something, and she didn't say it. She wasn't to prey, so he got mad. Yeah, the old buzzard. No,
she turned down on this case level, so we gonna leave that buzzard alone. But
but she turned it down.
she
But
turned him down, but she ended up going out with her friends.
the week before,
The second of all, she just went out last weekend with her
okay,
girls, and they turned
okay,
out, and she had money with them.
okay. But she ain't got no money with you now. Forget what she did last
He's
week.
not even asking her for money.
But she's making the statement, I don't have no money. So he should be asking her, why is that an issue? I'm taking you
He said,
out.
I'm not going because I don't have any money, so I'm not going.
But yeah,
So
my
does he
sisters,
normally
my
ask her
sisters,
for money? Maybe she's feeling a little. I mean, I'm not understanding why she would even make
I
such
know,
a
I know, I know
statement.
my sisters wouldn't go nowhere because that's your security. Women, I mean, look at if you've been taught that since you've been a
And
little
I
kid,
know I
if
have.
you've been taught that, then
I've been taught that.
what is you supposed to do? I remember one time my
Yeah.
father, why you didn't call me? Why you didn't call me? I didn't have no money. You know what I got with my allowance when I get my allowance? And then when I get at the end of the week, I get a roll of dimes. And they were for
You
nothing else
telling
but
your
for the
age
phone
because
booth.
that's when the phone call was 20 cents, John. Shh.
No, it wasn't 20 cents. It was 10 cents.
Oh, whoa.
I had a roll of dimes. It
It
was
was
10
10 cents.
cents,
20 cents, 2 dimes.
25 cents if you were trying to call to Oakland or somewhere at
So
that
there's
time.
no reason why we don't even have phone booths no more. It's a shame. For
I use
those
the
of you
10
who
cent
are,
phone.
No, they got phone
That
booths.
ages me too. I used the 10 cent phone right before it
Mhm.
turned into a quarter.
No,
I was at
it
that
was always
quarter.
they always received local calls was 10 and
Mm-hmm.
Oakland, San Jose, anything outside of 415 in the Bay Area was 25 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd take a nickel, a dime, and a quarter. You can put in there. Look here, I was phone booth king.
well, you should
I
never
knew how to
go
make up
home
a phone.
without something. Men
That's right.
should
You gotta
have at
have some
least some
money.
money in your pocket in case you gotta get home. You gotta have a cab. You
And
gotta
and
make
that's
a
something he should
call.
hold on to him for the future in case he date another woman and she feel like, hey, I don't have no money. Now he'll know.
Well,
This is what men
she
do.
wasn't saying it, I don't think, in terms of because she would have to spend. She just didn't feel comfortable, like you're saying,
Well, we don't know,
going
but she
out
said
without
she don't have no
anything.
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he should have asked her, why is it a issue that you don't have money? And she would have told him, well, I don't like to go nowhere without no money. And I know me, I don't because I feel naked. I feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
I feel like, if it go down, I gotta make a move, or not even that. What if something happened or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, I need to do something. I got to have me some money to be able, my own money. I'm not leaving my wallet nowhere. Oh, you don't need your wallet. You don't need your key. Oh, look, the double
No, you
lie.
need to take your wallet.
You
Nope.
need to
I
take
stay
your
with my
money.
ID on me at all times.
If I'm in sweats or shorts, so I use here it is right here. It's called a broccoli band. You probably
Mm-hmm.
can't see
We
it. So
can't see it.
it's
I
called a
can see it a little
broccoli
bit.
band. You
I see
see
what you're
it?
talking about. Yeah, I see
It's
it a
called
little
a
bit.
broccoli band. So
What
what
he
I
got
do,
on it?
they call it a broccoli band. What you do is, so when I'm in sweats or something, I may put an ID and a credit card in here. And you put a ID credit card, a couple credit cards or whatever, hold it together. And in your sweats, how you have, or your shorts, you have that little inside pocket or whatever. And I can stick it down in there. I don't have to, I don't want my wallet and I got on some sweats or some shorts. And I can hold my stuff. So you should always have something. You should, I don't care if you got a NetSpin card with $10 on it. You need to have that NetSpin card with you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause shoot, you never know what's gonna happen.
Well, he should have,
Yeah,
like you said, he should have questioned the
you
fact
should have
instead.
asked her.
So
Yeah,
him going on and taking
but then,
another female friend, that
yeah,
was,
that's a whole nother. See, that's a right.
I
Yeah,
mean, what
he
made
should
him
have.
do that? You know what I mean?
Okay,
I mean, he had 2 tickets he wanted to go. I understand that, but
But if
I was
that's
gonna
his
come to
girl
his
though,
defense. I was gonna
because
come
he
to his
talking.
defense.
Oh, say it again, JJ.
I was gonna come to his defense a little bit because I mean you got to like he said he got 2 tickets to go somewhere. He wanted to take somebody. He didn't want to waste his money, and it wasn't nothing personal. She said she didn't want to go.
No, no, no,
It
no,
is what
no.
it is.
She
It
said
is
she
what it
didn't
is.
have no money. She
Hey,
did.
but
The
she
only
declined the
reason
no,
offer.
she said she didn't want to go. Let me
because
tell
she
you.
didn't have no money. But if she
Oh,
had some money, she would have went. But the thing is, if that's his girl or not, because he's concerned about the friend that seen them, that seen him with this other woman. See, that's the kicker right there. Why is he concerned about the friend who's seen him? And forget everything else in between.
Her friend ran into them, he said, and spilled the beans. Now
Okay.
he's a slut, a cheater, and all this other stuff, and he just went with a friend that was willing to go. So he wants to know, was he wrong for
Well, he
taking
should have.
another willing
He's
participant?
But he should have told her. He said, "Well, since you don't want to go, you mind if I take Agnes?" You know what I mean? He should have said something if it's
mind
like
if I
that.
take
Agnes,
Sheila?
Yeah.
is that
Oh,
a name?
Sheila.
No, I'm
Oh,
just girl. Okay, you mind it? He should have said, "You mind if I take Donna?"
Well, that's
Because
better than,
she
I
didn't
don't even,
she didn't like Agnes.
Agnes though, I
But
mean,
I'm just shooting
you
the
doing too much. You doing
But
too
the
much,
still,
John.
but still, he should have said something to
You know,
her if it
JJ,
was
we
like
gonna we
that.
gonna talk to him after the fact. He doing too much.
What? I just was making up a
Where
number
did he get Agnes from? That's what I want to know.
because
because I don't.
I think the percentage was less than saying a name that would have probably been somebody else's. Like if I would have said Tamika or or Brenda or Donna.
Ain't nothing wrong with Donna.
So
Donna good.
I was trying to be as fictional as possible.
He said a willing participant who
Yeah, see,
enjoyed his company
boy, but that's not. But see,
and who didn't complain about having no money.
no, because the person probably one of the people who said, "I ain't got no money." Hell,
He probably said, "I'll go, but I don't have no
that
money."
they probably go a lot of places without money on folks. But that don't say that. And
Yeah.
he talking about enjoy the company, but you're already at the place. We got that part. But what did he say at the end?
Say, so why all that? Was I wrong for taking another willing participant who enjoyed my company and who didn't complain about having no money?
So was he
The
wrong?
twister is that her friend ran into me at the concert and spilled the beans.
So if it
Now my
wasn't
girl
no
is calling
problem,
me all these names. I'm a slut, I'm a
yep,
cheater, I'm no good.
he should have made it clear. He should have, if that's your girl or your dude, then you talk to him. Why is this a big issue?
Why he couldn't
Find
take one
out.
of his dogs though? Why he couldn't take one of his
That too.
dogs?
You could have taken no, but why he
I mean,
couldn't
why
just
take
say,
another woman?
what's wrong with that? See,
You
it's
in a
nothing wrong.
relationship and you haven't even
But
told your mate that you're gonna do that.
if you know this is my friend and I don't hide nothing, I should have been able to
You
come to
should have
you
said
and
something though.
that's what I'm saying. He should have said, "Hey, check this out. Do you mind if I go with Agnes?"
Well,
No, you
obviously
can't
the
go there.
communication
No.
issue. In his defense, there was a communication issue, and it
It
seems
is
to me it was his tickets, and he did what he wanted to do with the tickets. Now he had to deal with the consequences of his actions, and that's getting cursed out, and he got to deal with that. That's just what it is.
Okay,
And
good.
maybe it'll smooth over later in a few weeks, but in the meantime, you got to deal with the consequences of taking another woman out that
That's
y'all
right.
was dating.
So you think he
Now
was
So
y'all
good?
got
You
JJ,
think he
so
was good,
JJ, if
JJ?
somebody, so JJ, if somebody took them tickets that they bought and left you and went with somebody else, they're gonna have to suffer the consequences.
That's just what it is. Yeah, they got to suffer the consequences. Hey,
That's right. That's right. And that's
that's like
right.
how we move. That's like how
Because
when we got a
What
whipping
you
you
when we
should
would?
was
say
kids.
something. You
That's
should
like how when
say
we got a
something.
I
whipping.
mean,
That's
You
Garrett,
how
should
you
say
crazy.
feel
something.
the same way, right?
Yeah.
They should have
Yeah.
said something, right?
Say
I'm like
something.
this. I'm like this. Hey, I'm like this. Why then if I got thinking, no, I got there, and you don't want to go. Why does I make my thinking and not know?
That's
Or
right.
why should you waste your ticket and
So
not
why should
go?
you not go? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but
But
all
don't
you
you
had to
think
do.
he should have told her he was gonna take his other lady? I mean, his
A
other
lady,
friend?
I
female
mean,
friend.
I mean, that,
Or did he have to report that? I mean,
So
was
he
it?
should have said,
I mean, hey, ain't no ring on the bacon bun.
"Oh, now, correct.
Oh, if
That's
it
not
ain't no
right."
ring, then
Yeah, he
you
said if
still,
it
that's
ain't no
another
ring
topic
on
I
it.
was
because
I was thinking
I
that.
had
I
touched
was
on that
thinking that, but I
briefly
wasn't
before
gonna
No,
say
too.
it.
no, no,
I was
no.
thinking
If it
that.
ain't
Now,
no ring,
correct?
then you still
No,
about that
no,
thing, right? You still
no,
single,
no,
right?
no,
Right?
no, no,
If you like it,
no,
then you should have put a ring on it.
no,
Hey,
no,
put a ring on
no,
it. That there you go, JJ.
no.
Bring it. Bring it.
This is how
Bring
you
it.
that's how you
Put a ring on it.
exercise. That's how
If
you
you ain't, okay,
exercise
but what he's saying, I'm
being
not saying you can
committed.
do anything and when you're in a relationship, but I'm saying he didn't put a ring on it.
No, but still, he should have told her he's in a relationship. This is how we practice. Come on, commitment, honesty, trust. You can't exercise that now. Now, I hear what Garrett is saying. Now, if there's demands being made, wait a minute now. It should never be no demands or whatever. But just because there's no ring on it, he should at least say, well, check this out. I'm taking this other
He
person.
ain't put a ring on it.
Okay, how would you feel if your boyfriend, so that means since he didn't put a ring on it, she ain't got no right to be talking. And when her friend so-called
I think that
spills
you
the
should have the
beans,
utmost
all
respect.
that,
If you're in
okay,
an exclusive
exactly,
relationship, yes, you should have the utmost respect for that.
exactly.
That's your trial run before you put the ring on it. You're in a relationship committed. Now,
That's
if you just
true.
on a friendship and
But
that's your
y'all don't even have to.
situationship,
But you know what? You can be in a relationship that does not leave the marriage. That does not mean that you still should not be honest and trustworthy with one
that's what I'm
another.
saying. You in a
No,
relationship,
I'm
so there's
saying
a
it
certain
doesn't
amount of
to lead.
respect.
It shouldn't. It don't have to lead to marriage. Just like you say, no matter what, out of respect, like you said, yeah. But it doesn't mean
I
it
mean, a
don't.
relationship status is mean that we're trying to build upon something greater, but it doesn't always happen. You
Yes.
can decide to be exclusive with somebody, and then,
Yeah, we go
a
exclusive.
year later, y'all determine this ain't working.
Mhm.
We got to, we this ain't working, and you just, go your separate ways. You may have had intentions in the beginning for it going into something bigger. But what I'm trying to say, what Griff said,
He trying to
he
say something
said
else.
the guy hadn't put a ring on it, right?
That's
So
crazy.
how can he? I mean, he hadn't put a ring on her, so how can she sit up and have an issue with him taking another friend, which was female, because she didn't want to go to the concert? Right, correct?
Ain't nothing. That man that's out there, that man money on you, but then ain't really number. You have to do nothing for him, you know?
He wanna do something for you, but you gotta do something for him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
So where did she drop the ball? Where was the ball dropped?
Okay, check this out. You on the line, you know?
Okay.
And then, man, his money on you, you
Yeah.
Oh, he want to do the clap?
yeah, you know.
Okay, so he wants to clap because.
No, he said let's talk about that other one because he spent his money on her. He spent his money. He said,
So
you
he
know,
spent all that money on the
on
concert, which is now
her
close to
and
$400 taking
everything.
somebody else.
So he
So
expected.
he
probably
wants something in exchange for that
Yeah.
because he spent that money.
Yeah, so the girl might even think that too. You know, you done took her out, spent money on her, and all for free. You know, because remember, we back to the restaurant. I done spent all this money on you, and you telling me you ain't coming back to the outfit.
But
You
that
know,
goes back to another thing. I was talking to somebody about that. You know, just because somebody takes you out and spend a whole lot of money on you, does that always have to equate to you having to sleep with them? Wasn't it their choice to spend that money on you to wine and dine and show you a certain good time? I mean, does that come with stipulations?
I'll spend money on people and then expect anything in return. That's a completely different thing. If I'm taking you out, I want to show you a good time. I don't want nothing in return. In my eyes, I feel like we're building a friendship in the midst of possibly building a relationship. You got your relationship and you got your friendship, and you got to build a friendship first. You got to build that first. Then you have the relationship later. That's my opinion. That everybody don't agree with that, but I'm just saying. When it
Friendship
comes to
should
me,
come first. I agree.
I'm paying out of kindness of my heart, and I want us to have a good time. I'm not even gonna sweat it. I already set this money aside so that we can go out and have a good time. So I'm not expecting nothing back in return.
And if something happens, it just happens. I mean, it's not nothing that a person should be, you know, forcing you to do. It's just if it happens, it happens. But if a person is not okay with it happening, and they may feel a certain kind of way, wow, all this money was spent on me or whatever, but I'm not ready to sleep with him. I hope he doesn't have an issue, or her, because she may have treated him out. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, the cold part, you know, when you said, do it always have to be like that? And the answer is not even always. It's not even some of the times. It's never. It's never about that. Like JJ, if I made the decision, the problem is what my anticipation was. See, I was anticipating if I do this and do this, I'm anticipating something. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But spending money on, so I can say, hey, Garrett, what you doing Saturday? You want to go check out the Giants? You know, and he said, yeah. And then we get there and I say, oh no, Garrett, I got you. All the hot dogs and hot links and chips and everything else is all on me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't expecting nothing from Garrett. Garrett ain't expecting nothing from me. We kicking, like you said, JJ, if I decided to do this out of the kind, just because, you know, hey, you my friend and we kicking it, and I decided to pick up the bill or whatever, it's nothing wrong with that. But it's the same thing if you if person is taking a person out because they have interest in them. That doesn't mean because you took them away for the weekend, you know, I took them on a cruise and all that entitles you to have sex with that person.
Right.
It doesn't.
And I don't think it's right for. Maybe it depends on your status
and
where you're at.
And if anything, if you would like that to take place during the trip or whatever, you need to let things either happen
Yeah.
or for some people they want to have a conversation. I just want you to
I
know
think it's
I'm feeling
best
you this
depending
kind
on
of
where you're
way.
at.
I'm
Let it
feeling you this
happen.
or
Let it
whatever.
happen.
Let nature takes place. But the anticipation, and if it don't happen, it's nobody's fault but yours for anticipating that.
Yeah, you put yourself in a fantasy world that you
That's
think
what.
something is gonna go a certain way. You got your one track mind,
That's right.
and when it don't go like that, you get angry, and
Hmm.
that's how situations turn bad. So you
Hmm.
gotta you gotta be a gentleman about yours and make sure that you doing this out of the kindness of your heart, and or be upfront and honest, or go Dutch.
If you're
Do
Oh
that.
doing it
yeah.
from
Ain't
the
nothing wrong with
heart,
that.
if you're doing it
Well,
I've
from
done
the
that
heart,
before.
yeah.
that's where it
Especially
should be
if you
from the
want to
heart.
be with the person
It
and
should
you say,
be
well,
from the
I
heart.
enjoy being with you anyway and kicking it. But if you just got that one thing on your mind, hey, I want to go here and I want to go get me, you might well just get somebody else and leave that other person behind.
Hey,
And go get
if
you
you just trying to
or
get your
go
rocks off, you
go
can go over
nowhere.
there to
But
each 14.
yeah, I mean, I think that why should it be stipulations on? Yeah, we gonna go
Yeah,
do this. I want to take
yeah,
you here. I want to do that. But you know what? You're gonna have to give me something tonight.
yeah. That's
Cause
crazy,
I'm spinning a grip. I mean, if you telling me that up front, then that's gonna do something to the whole situation. Cause then I'm gonna start feeling some kind of way. You see what I'm saying? But from the
Mm-hmm.
heart, if you just do what you do as the man or the person you are, and our night ends up leading up to that because we two grown adults, that's fine. If our night don't lead up to that because maybe one has expressed that, I'm not ready for that, I enjoy your company and our time, but I want to take my time with that person, if they really are into you and like you, is going to respect that.
Right.
hmm
They're going to
exactly,
respect where you're coming from. They may be
exactly,
burning a little bit, but they going to
exactly.
respect where you're coming from and really respect you, you know. But for a person to lay out all the rules beforehand where you're gonna have to, I'm spending $500 on
Man,
you tonight,
man,
and you gonna have to just,
man.
girl, you're gonna have to let them panties down.
Before a man even knows that it's going down, a woman had already decided. That's
Of
why I be
course.
telling cats be like, yeah, I had to dip this game on her. No, she already knew what she was gonna do before you opened your mouth. She already knew. She already knew. So it's not about you trying to, because if you think if I do this, now if you're trying to win a person's heart or trying to show them a way that you want to compliment them or treat them or whatever, that's one thing. But thinking that a boat gonna get you between the legs, that's a whole nother issue right there. Because he, who gonna you might
Yeah.
get you a high
Yeah.
power. You might well get you a high, what they say, uh, uh, what's the word the girl like to use? High power. You might well get your high power, call girl.
Oh, girl. Oh, girl.
Or
Instead of
get you one of
spending,
them pocket
So
flashlights.
the thing is,
all that money on
this
the
what
hot
you say,
dog,
JJ?
Get you a
cruise ship,
pocket. Get
instead
you
of
a
pocket
flashlight.
flashlight.
That's right. That's right. I mean, all of you guys
Or
have
get a
very good
rose.
feedback. I'm appreciating it. With this person here, I mean, it's a lot of things that could have been done differently. It could have been communicated, up front that, made her feel more comfortable about, baby, you don't need no money. You going out with me. I know you like to keep a little something on you, but I got you. Let's go have a good time. I mean, it could have been communicated. It could have also, if she was real adamant about not wanting to go, it could have been communicated that, I do have my friend, Agatha here. I mean, Hagatha, I mean, Augusta,
Mhm.
whatever he named it. What was her name? Agatha?
Agnes. It
Okay.
was Agnes.
I have
I
my
remember
friend
now.
Yeah, that's her computer.
Yeah.
Uh,
Agatha. My friend Agatha,
your computer, hold on, your
uh,
computer was stuck.
Agatha,
And
Agatha,
it's stuck on the live stream too.
Agatha
Yeah.
is gonna go. Agatha's
Yes.
going.
Okay. We there. Agatha
So
going.
he should have communicated that he was gonna take Agatha.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way they could have communicated how she felt about that. And if she
Mm-hmm.
felt some kind of way, then she would have decided if she was going to go or not. But apparently she decided she didn't want to go. So at that point, if they would have communicated, they could have came to an understanding. No, I don't think he should have not went to the concert. I think it could have been done differently from the gate. And perhaps he should have took a guy friend instead,
Mm-hmm.
just to keep his partner feeling a little less,
Insecure.
intimidated about the situation. Because,
Mm.
of course, women and men, just like women who do certain things, some women have opposite sex friends, which is another topic. And they've had that friend for many years, and they have to let their new mate know he's my best friend. Some women will say,
Mm-hmm.
my best friend is a he. And they introduce him to her new man and all that, but the man still in the back of his mind is going to think, because he's a man, he's thinking outside the box, that
Because
this
he's a
dude is a
man.
man. And he your best friend, and he gonna feel and think like a man sometimes. And I know you be telling him when we going through stuff and woo, 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 and he does not feel that.
That's another subject right
That's
there.
a big subject, because I can kind of understand that. I don't know, and even the maybe we need somebody help me touch on this next week. Even the same with women, our men having best friends of the opposite sex.
But see, the problem with you said right there, when you said you probably telling him what we go through. See, the problem is right there. I don't care if it's another man or another woman. Our business shouldn't be discussed with no one.
It
Now
shouldn't.
to see if you want to go, say we have a discussion, we should talk about it first and foremost. But I can see if you have a best friend, a girlfriend, and and
Or
you
you may
say
have a sibling. You may have
girl
your
or
sister or your
whatever, and you
brother.
might share something, but you shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be detailed. You shouldn't be detailed and all that. It should just be, oh, we're having a little disagreement about some finances or whatever. It shouldn't be that, oh, I spent this money on this or he spent his money on that. It should just say, we just having a disagreement. I just wanted to come and have some but because when you involve anybody, and especially if it's someone of the opposite sex, into your, remember the one who got with the other girl, and remember the girlfriend, she said, how shall I tell her that she's messing with the dude? And remember the girl had been telling her all the stuff that's going on with her relationship.
Oh
Now
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
she ended
forgot.
up messing with the dude. See, she got the inside scoop on, you know what I'm saying? So she then came to the girl.
I'm
She
so excuse me, John, but I'm so happy when John recapped some of the topics we talked about. I'm so elated about that, because that means you're so attentive and you keep them in your memory bank. And that might have been something
yeah.
very interesting that we discussed that
Because
night.
it
So I
goes
want to
right
thank you
along
for
with
that.
you're saying, no
Yeah, I
problem.
want to
It's
thank
right
you for that.
along with you're
Yeah,
saying.
because I was remembering singing Kelly Price "Friend of Mine" in my head. I don't know if I sang it out loud.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a trip,
Yeah, that friend of mine.
Yeah.
That's a sticky. We really need to talk
You
about
tell
that,
people
because
about your
I know people
business.
that's going through that. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be really careful with that. Because the thing is, not only that, I have a problem if I'm dating someone and you want to, and then she comes back and want to tell me all this stuff that she done got from her friends, who one is going through issues in their relationship, the other one ain't got no man, and the other one probably even messed up with it. I can't get don't bring that to me. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna bring this to you, you know. And so when you don't sit up, you gotta keep that stuff in the house. We got to discuss this, work this out. Because just like that girlfriend of hers that came over and she was telling her girlfriend all the things, her girlfriend really was coming in and doing what they call that, a reconnaissance mission. She came in and
And she
gathered
got it
intel.
all.
She got all the intel. And then soon as she got all the intel, she pulled a raid on her and took dude hostage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that's how it
So
goes. That's not how
you
it goes
can't
all
do
the
that.
time.
That's how,
But you got
a
to be
lot of
careful because
times.
that's how it can go.
Yeah. Men too.
It could take new directions and new curves,
And
and you
I
can be.
don't get it. I don't get it with men. Like I told you, that's why I don't do that barbershop talk. I ain't gonna sit up there, Davey. I can't believe can say, yeah, me and my girl, I had her doing. I ain't gonna be telling you with me and my girl. What? The devil's a lie. How you gonna do that? Why you? But the cold part about it is, it's disrespectful to her because and for one, did you get her permission to tell her business like that? Even though you're involved, it's
Yeah,
still her
yeah,
business. So,
yeah.
all that yakking about stuff, other people are sitting up there going, somebody is going,
They
I
show is.
wonder, wonder who.
Especially if they sitting up there twiddling their thumbs and ain't had no
Uh-huh.
excitement like that in a while.
Yeah.
They probably like,
Uh-huh. Then they
what
gonna
the
come.
man?
Then you gonna wonder why he popped by one day talking about, oh yeah, JoJo left. He left this at the barber shop, and
And what you
JoJo
doing?
not
And
here.
what you doing right
That's
now?
right.
What you
So
doing?
what you up to?
Oh,
I
I
got
ain't
this.
doing nothing but watching a little. I'm watching a
Uh,
little Mari show. Oh yeah, I
oh
like
yeah, you
Mari.
want to hit this
What is
blunt?
it? What is it
You
today?
want to
What
hit
is
this
it
blunt
about?
I got?
You want to hit this blunt I got?
I got some good stuff I just bought from Jamaica.
Come in here. I got
You
some. I
want to
got some
join
That
drink.
little blunt we can smoke.
I got.
us? You
Yeah, I
know
got
what?
some
Y'all
drink.
wrong. Y'all wrong. Yeah, you want to hold
Uh huh.
up a big one. Hold up
And
a big one,
and
JJ.
you know
I
what
got
No,
else?
this
just this
right
one.
here. You want to
Mm-hmm.
look at CJJ wrong. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little
See,
piece.
that's why your
And
memory gone. See, that's why you can't think straight.
next thing
Okay,
you
I know
know,
why.
they got them. They doing this. Get them cameras out my face. We're from cheaters, and we want.
Yeah.
Get the
Oh
cameras out my face.
man. Cheaters is real. I would hate for them to zoom up on me
So
doing
you
something.
can't.
That'd be messed up.
Yeah, I can. I ain't
That's why
telling
you
nothing.
gotta kind of keep it right. I think in this y'all didn't went all off course. This inquiring minds want to know. We want to tell them wait. Communication was dropped. No, you shouldn't have went out with your friend without talking about it. Now what you gonna do? You're her friend and saw you out with your friend, and they going back making it seem like it's a love connection. So now you all kinds of sluts and dogs, and you ain't nothing. So you gonna try to fix it with your girl, or y'all done messed up. It's a
Just
wrap.
go talk to her about it. Go talk to her
And
about
maybe
it.
you can go on and be with the one you took to the concert. Cause seem like she likes to have more fun. And,
You being messy.
but I know I'm just saying, if they can't work it out, the one he went to
No,
and
no,
had all the
no.
fun with, maybe that's who he's
Wait,
supposed to be with. I
that's
want him to
not
work it
true.
out with who he with, but he already done struck out 3 times from the beginning of the doggone thing. You didn't communicate.
Woo!
You didn't communicate. JJ, get back on here. I know you laughing. You
Yeah,
didn't
you laughing.
communicate.
No,
You
JJ
went out
dealing
with
with
Boo
that.
Boo,
JJ
the
dealing
girl
with
that you
that
didn't tell
thing
her
in
you
his
was going
head.
out with. You come back. I mean, you were seen out with the girl with by her friend, and
Mm-hmm.
then you ain't said nothing about you even came back and tried to talk about it with your girl and work it out. You talking about you could. I'm glad you asking us because we here to help. But you asking us what should you do?
Right now is a good chance to start communication.
Yeah, you gotta talk, my brother.
It's time to go talk to her
You have
about it
got to talk and tell
and
her,
create some understanding with one another and learn to
you know,
compromise.
yeah, talk about that money thing. Talk about, maybe she needs to feel more secure
But like I said,
about rolling with you like that.
I would have slid her $20. I would have slid her some money and said, "Here, put this in your pocketbook. and then let's go. Because you
Pocketbook.
and
That's
the
what I'm
reason
talking
I
about.
would have said it, like I said, I'm not saying everybody, but the only reason I would have did it because knowing how women feel and been told about always having some money.
Yeah.
Cause yeah,
My
because
mama always told me
yeah,
that. She
but
said,
I
make
know
sure
I
you
take
have
you out. I'm
money
gonna
in
be
your
like,
purse, girl.
that's right. And
And
first of
make
all,
sure your underwear is clean, girl. Clean underwear and money in your purse. I ain't lying. I know that they don't go together, but that's what she used to tell me. Don't fall
no
out
clean,
somewhere and
the
have no
clean
dirty underwear
underwear,
and
the
holes in
clean
your stuff.
underwear was
Make sure
supposed
your
to be.
underwear is cute. Because if I have to come down to the hospital,
That's what that was. The underwear was for if you have to go to the hospital. And I'm like, well, it don't
that's
matter
right. That's
anyway,
what that
because
was
they're
for.
gonna give you a gown and tell you to take your clothes off anyway.
They gonna take
They're not gonna take your drawers off. There she goes, stuck
y'all doing too much.
again.
I think we lost
Yo,
JJ,
no,
but if we lost JJ, we understand.
your
JJ, we
thing was
almost close
sticking.
to time.
Your thing is
Huh?
your screen is freezing. And some of these freezers ain't good freezing.
Oh wow, I'm having a freeze. I don't know why I'm
Yeah,
freezing,
mouth
y'all,
be
but I
stuck
guess that's
wide
telling me
open.
that's telling me something. I was gonna get into a couple of questions, but I'm not. I'm not gonna do that tonight. We already almost over time, and plus I got a freeze thing. I don't know what it is. If it's the bandwidth or I just need to reboot or what. But we had fun. We had fun talking about our inquiring minds and all this other stuff took us over. We got a couple of good, interesting things we're gonna talk about next week. One I want to talk about is what we just talked about. Remind me, John, about the women and men and how
Having
they
friends of the opposite gender.
yeah, when they have opposite sex friends and you know man, opposite sex friends. Think about that. Have you ever been in that situation? Would you go for that? Is that something that's acceptable? Some people say
Woo!
if they know the person, if they meet them, if
Wow,
they
you,
feel comfortable, it'll work. But we gonna talk about.
me and you,
We
you know what?
wanna. Let me see. What's
We
next
had
week?
that
That's the day before
conversation
the
earlier.
holiday, huh?
You know that? We had that conversation
Huh?
earlier. We had that conversation earlier.
Oh yeah, about your
Yeah,
friend. Yeah, we sure
yeah,
did.
yeah.
See?
So that's crazy, huh?
It's how things come around full circle. See how that do, y'all? We gonna talk about it.
That's
But
crazy.
we gonna talk about it on the show. We gonna talk about it next week. That is the day before the holiday. Yes, it is. And
What holiday?
we gonna be right here. I gotta work on the holiday, y'all, but that's okay. That's some good little
Oh, Labor Day.
dinetto. But anyway, I just wanted to say I want to thank my audience. I want to thank my panel. You guys have anything else to say before we get up out of here tonight? Y'all good?
Yeah,
I want to thank you guys for stopping by on a Tuesday. Gareth, you good?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. I know you was doing a whole lot today. I think Tuesdays is your day. You know, I had to throw that in there. Anyway, yeah, sorry that I had to come on Tuesday, you guys. But like I say, sometimes you got to shift it around. But we don't want to leave you high and dry. Every week, we want to be able to sprinkle you with something. This Table Talk, Grown Folk Talk, Donna Smith and the panel.
Tag a
Gareth, John
strong,
Timothy Mims, and JJ. I don't know what happened to JJ. And
tag
whoever
a
else
strong
wants to
black man.
attend, come on, come on, come on, you
Come
guys. We
on.
love to have.
I want y'all to tag a strong black father. I won't
Oh,
let
tag
nobody
a
up.
strong black father. Tag. That's
Don't
right.
try me.
Tag a strong black father, y'all. That's what
Whatever
you
they
got to do.
do on social media. Yeah, I
That's
think
right.
it's. I'm just real quick. You said I just think about our youth, and I think a lot of times we need to recognize these fathers that are continue to recognize, like we recognize mothers, continue
Mm-hmm.
to recognize these fathers that are doing everything opposite of the stereotype. You know what I'm saying?
That's
They're
right.
taking care of their kids, they're being responsible in whatever manner that they're doing it. I don't care if they're home fathers or if they're working fathers or whatever, you know We gotta acknowledge them,
We do.
and a lot
A
more,
strong Black father, we
a
do, and
lot more.
we don't always give the credit that's like we should, because there's a lot of fathers that do go unnoticed, unrecognized, and they're going through a lot
They
of
go through the
things out here.
struggles. They go through the
Yeah,
struggles, especially these single fathers as well. Go through the struggles
yeah,
just like a single mother, and sometimes a little harder.
yeah. Because society is not as accepting. It seems like it's more
Mm-mm.
complicated and difficult from what I hear. I'm not a
Yeah.
single dad. I've been a single mother, and I understand our struggle. And I can speak loud and clear for that. But not being a man, I can only empathize with some of the things that I've heard where, resources is limited, or they treated not the same way when they need help or direction in certain regards. And
Hmm.
just
They
a
don't
lot of
offer
things
it.
is different. Yeah,
They don't offer it like they offer well, they got this program, that program. And even though that a single father qualifies for it, but they don't shout it out. They just wait to
yeah,
hear what he got to say. You say, oh, I
yeah,
need some help. What kind of help? And I just like, and I hear this from single fathers, and I think about my experience, what I
yeah.
went through. We had a real bad year, and I had to, we shut down. We had shut down. We couldn't work, and so I was like, I had my savings, but it was like, okay, this starting to deplete, and I need some help
Hmm.
taking care of these kids, right? So I went to go, and man, I told you they treated me like a dog. So yeah, we gotta acknowledge these fathers that go through this struggle
Yes, we do.
and everything, and I couldn't believe it, So.
Yeah. And my hat's off to the great dads out there. No, it's not Father's Day, but every day we need to acknowledge one another. Not just on one particular day, every year.
Mhm.
Fathers, mothers, we should do it every day.
'Cause I
Your wives,
sure
your
don't remember.
husbands, people that you love, people that you appreciate, all of that. Do it every day. Tomorrow's not promised, and each day is uniquely different and special. And we just have to be thankful. Be thankful of that. And our dads do a great job, just like the mothers do. And a lot of them now are in situations where they're single dads. They don't have the mommies around for a whole lot of reasons. The mothers is abandoning the kids, or they caught up on a lifestyle that just don't warrant them having their kids. And instead of having your children placed in the system, daddy steps up and he takes his babies. And we need to acknowledge that more. You know, we need to respect that more. There's deadbeat dads just like it's deadbeat moms out there.
Yeah,
you know,
That's the
it's
truth.
one and the same, all in the same. But anyway, I want to
Yeah.
thank you guys. I
'Cause
hope
I
that
didn't get
this
no
segment
child
tonight,
support.
table talk.
I
What'd you say, sugar?
said
What'd you
I sure
say?
did. I didn't receive no child support.
Yeah, I know how that go. I didn't either. I know how that goes. That's
Okay.
a hurting thing.
Yeah.
That's a hurting thing when you can't get no kind of, and you ain't got no really true visitation and stuff like that, and you ain't got no monetary help, and you trying to do what you can for these kids. It's something else, but you get through it. You do. God is good.
Won't
But
he make
thank
a
you
way?
guys for being a part of this. I got to get ready for tomorrow. I've been off quite a few days here, and
Please.
I got to go back to my place of bread and butter tomorrow for now. And I'm going to be looking to see you guys next week. We'll have some grown folk talk for you. Be here. Be here.
Pineapple
We want to
coconut.
say bye. We enjoyed everybody. Like, share, and subscribe.
man,
See you next
man.
week.